What we do is if we need that extra push over the cliff, you know what we do?
Put it up to 11.
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Hello and welcome to Beatitude and the top 11 of everything in music. I'm Clive Morgan.
And I'm Robert Roberts.
And this week we decided we're going to concentrate on songs we love by artists we hate.
We hate.
So this so completely objective as normal.
Nice bit of misanthropy there.
Yeah. But you know, basically a song that you love by somebody that everything else they do.
Yeah,
just
there's
is
something about
shit.
it that just gets to you, sticks in your craw.
You can't, you go playing what you hate. But you just do. But yeah, then they've just written this song that makes you go, and it's got to be a song that you love as well. It can't just be like oh yeah, that's alright, that tune's alright. It's like a song that you really love.
Yeah.
Not quite that you die for, but that you really love. And I'm sure I suppose it's a bit, what they used to term guilty pleasure songs or whatever, but it's just great songs really. So Rob, your top 5.
With controversial choice, because everybody loves this band, and I absolutely fucking hate them.
You're not the only one. Post Sid, of course.
Post Sid, of course. Yeah, that has to be thrown in.
Yeah, that definitely has to be. And maybe that's where our hatred comes. That's my mind does anyway, because I think of See Emily Play, I think of, all that Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
I never actually think of it. My anger comes from the fucking music.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know what you mean,
They lost something though, didn't they, with Sid? They lost that imaginative, playful...
pop sensibility.
Yeah. And I know times changed, because, that was the psychedelic period, wasn't it? And then...
But he was a visionary, and he really did tune in to the sort of Edwardian, Carol Lewis-esque fantasy that was part of British psychedelia. Yeah, and he really did tune into that, didn't he?
So he definitely did. Yeah. So what song did you pick then? What?
I was going to pick "Wish You Were Here,"
which is about Sid.
Is about Sid, and I think it's a great song. And actually, I probably will confess that I kind of realised I don't hate Pink Floyd.
So the theme of the podcast is scuffing straight away. Yeah. Songs by artists that you love, but by artists that you don't really hate. You don't actually quite mind them. Actually, you quite like them. You might go out and buy the box set.
Yeah, I might actually start listening to it a lot.
Please don't.
No.
But no, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's a great song.
The song I picked was Time, because I think it's got an absolutely fantastic production on it, like all the rest of it does as well. But the sort of use of the clocks.
Yeah.
And this isn't a sort of stand-up, straight-up kind of
What do you think of the album Dark Side of the Moon?
It depresses me for all the reasons.
Did you ever hear the dub side of the moon, the reggae version?
I think I'd have to slit my throat.
I mean, it's just because it's like everybody says, and everybody's always got. If somebody's got a vinyl collection, they've got Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
There's one I haven't actually got in my vast collection, and I'm quite proud of that. Although I do have medal.
I think this has to be related to the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
And my profound love of the Sex Pistols, and that I hate Pink Floyd. And I think I took a side. And I decided one day in my brain, when I was a very young lad, that I hate fucking them.
And they look shit as well, don't they? They look like builders, didn't they? They look like my dad on stage.
They weren't even as chic as builders. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the YMCA. At least you could handle it.
Not like that. It just didn't have any... I totally agree with you about the Floyd, but I'm sure there's millions of people out there that would disagree. Okay, but that's the whole point. This is our choices, completely subjective.
I really want people to come in and throw shit at me for that one.
Do it. If you're listening out there, do it. Throw shit in.
No.
What's your second choice?
Second choice is a band that I do hate much more than Pink Floyd, and because I'm wrestling with my feelings about Pink Floyd, I can't maybe control my feelings about Pink Floyd so much that I'm just trying to push it down.
You're wrestling with this. I can feel you're really wrestling with this show.
But this band I really do hate, and it's Pearl Jam, because they are just
Jeremy. I'm not a big Pearl
maybe,
Jam.
yeah, again, these are well-held prejudices from a young age, being a huge Nirvana fan, and
What did Kurt Cobain think of Pearl Jam?
well, in the early days, I just thought they were a sack of bolly. He wasn't that much very well impressed.
They did very well over it, didn't they?
They did. Pearl Jam. I don't know that much about Pearl Jam. I just chose to do the evolution.
I don't actually know. I must confess, I don't know this song.
Yeah.
I'll have to. Well, all these songs you'll be able to find. Won't you?
Straight up rock song, but it's more straight to the point than a lot of the Pearl Jam songs.
It's the one off your list I haven't heard.
The punk element of it more than the sort of cock rock element of Pearl Jam. And it's just maybe I like the title. The video is great as well. I've got to say that, which I shouldn't on a music podcast, but it's also the video I like.
Well, what I shall do then, Rob, I shall go onto our website, our Beatitude YouTube channel, and I will actually click on the song that will be in the links, and I'll be able to hear it and watch it. What's your third choice?
My third choice is Love is a Stranger by the Eurythmics, which I think is an absolutely wonderful 80s electro-pop song. I just can't take
Good lyrics in that. Oh no, it's that, isn't it? It's that with Annie Lennox. That. But great lyrics.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The way that it actually, this isn't a straight, like most pop songs, top 40 pop songs are very optimistic about love.
Yeah.
Anyways, or if they do play tragedy, it's in a Romeo and Juliet kind of way.
Was this early Eurythmics? Was it? Or
Yeah, this is very 80. I think he was 80. No.
before they went, or
Yeah.
angels playing with their hearts? Or
Yeah. It's because there's kind of interesting lyrics to it. Love is a stranger. And it's kind of like how love has a dark
Yeah, I
side.
do know that tune. Not very well, but I do know that tune. I can hear the melody in my head. Okay, good choice. Next one. This will be controversial as well.
This is fucking hilarious. I didn't know what to pick, so I thought, well, I have had a great time taking the piss out of Hotel California.
Yeah. Have you checked it and checked it out?
Good lyrics. The song's
Great
got good
lyrics.
lyrics.
I know, I think they're
The
great
song's
lyrics.
got good lyrics. It's a shame about the sort of double-necked, double-timed guitar
Yeah, it's
part.
also clean, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's where I wrestle with the Eagles.
It's like Graham Parsons said, they're a dry plastic fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Graham Parsons would be turning in his desert grave. I thought that's how I'd imagine, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that is what my legacies of rock and roll and like country music is the fucking music.
And we've all been to a shit party where that song's been playing in the background, but you kind of just get into it, don't you? 'Cause it's
Although
just-
it can remind you of the fine Gypsy Kings of a rendition, because of its musical genius, but because of its use of the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The mariachi.
The mariachi.
Which is amazing when the Jesus is introduced, isn't it? He does that dance. So that's why I've sort of picked Hotel California.
Yeah.
It's a bit sort
No,
of
I can see
odd.
why. I can see why. So, what was your fifth choice?
My fifth choice is Heart of the Sun by Yes. And this goes back to my punk rock
This was in the Buffalo 66
movie,
film. Yeah.
where they use it as part of the score, and it is I think it's an absolutely fantastic piece of music, actually.
Do you think that's just, because there's such a fine line in there between prog and orchestral, do you know what I mean, in that sort of good way? This is what we were talking about with love, wasn't it? It's such a fine line between getting it right, between being love and being the Moody Blues, or being, do you know what I mean? There's that fine line, isn't there? And do you think Yes? I don't think Yes often crossed the good side of the fine line, but on this track, you think they did?
I think it's a banging track. I think it's a banging piece of instrumentation.
Is that just because of the film, or because you love the film so much, or is that just because you think it's?
I really like the piece of
I'm
music.
trying to remember that scene. I actually can't off the top of my head. Again, I'll have to listen to
It's
that.
got no bollocky kind of chord orchestration on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's down to the drums and the guitar and the bass, and it's got a really chunky bass sound on it. The boom, 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 like style, and then the drums are absolutely like kicking it. To be fair, I think this is before they were more experimental offside of prog.
So they came out, yes, that everyone's got the album.
Yeah.
The albums that you find in charity shops now.
Mm.
So you wouldn't have a vast Yes collection, but you love this too. Cool, man. What have you got any for your bonus one on this?
Now this could be controversial. I've gone for the Streets Don't Mug Yourself.
Okay.
Because I love the bass line on it.
Yeah, there's a wicked bass line, isn't there?
Bom, 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 bom,
Okay.
bom, bom.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean. So that's your 6, Rob. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So 5, and then we'll debate the Streets one. Okay. Cool. Okay, so I've gone for. I like mine are 80s. What does that say about me? Maybe it's because of the nostalgic thing growing up. But my first one, I can't stand Cyndi Lauper. Really. No,
Do you hate Cyndi
really
Lauper?
can't. Yeah, I really hate
Yeah,
it.
because I had a girlfriend that was obsessed with Cyndi Lauper, so I left a sort of sentimental kind of vibe.
Yeah. Well, even the girls just want to have fun, sort of shit.
I fucking love that, man. He's got Captain Lewis Albano in the fucking video. That's just fucking brilliant. It's probably my age.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
I remember growing up with that
Yeah.
song, I suppose.
So I remember this song, and it's Time After Time, which I think lyrically is a great song. It's just cuts through that song. So yeah, that's my first choice. It's Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, Cyndi Lauper.
It's Cyndi Lauper. I suppose it could be controversial. Elton John. Can't fucking stand him. No, honestly, it's just great. It's really great for me. Right up to, I put him alongside Cliff Richard in that sort of bracket of just nonsensical. But I love Tiny Dancer. So work that one out. Why do I love that
Tiny
song?
Dancer's a great song.
But also, I think because I love the film Almost Famous, and there's a great scene.
So then most of these are to do with associations with films.
Yeah, this is probably where. Yeah, this is probably what they are. I love the film that's coming through, Rob. But that great scene in Almost Famous.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think it is a great song, and unfortunately, didn't write enough like that.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. But I'm sure a lot of people
Don't go
will
breaking my
disagree.
heart, he broke mine.
My third choice, I know this made you laugh when I sent it over on text, and this is I can't fucking stand them. I hate everything about them, but this sums up to me like the worst of the boy band sort of culture around that time. Yeah, fucking 90s to late 90s time, with Boyzone and fucking all that shit.
Yeah.
Boys to Men, all that.
Do you actually like that song?
What this song?
Yeah.
Song? Yeah, I love this song. I do. I actually think it's a great song.
Because I did.
I think Paul McCartney could have written that song.
Yeah.
So this is Back for Good by
I
Take
did, because
That.
I think it was like a cultural thing. It was like a sort of buzzword to look a little bit cool.
What to say you like Take That?
Yeah. Well, that's a great song because Gary Barlow wrote his own songs.
I think that's the only decent song he's ever written. I'll just
Yeah.
put that out there. But I do love Back for Good by Take That. I think it just... I love karaoke in it.
I've never seen that.
We'll do that. We'll do that one night, man. We'll do that. I love singing the song. I just love that song. I think it's a great song. And pretty much the same as the next one, which will probably make you laugh as well. But this is True by Spandau Ballet.
Go on, man. No, you quoted the lyrics earlier.
Lyrically, there's some amazing lyrics in this. I think it's a great song. It references listening to Marvin Gaye. It talks about love, despair. It's great. Take these seaside arms and write the next line with a pill in my tongue and a pen in my hand. Great lyrics. And everything else I did, I think was shit. But I think that is a great tune.
Do you prefer the round?
The what?
Do you prefer Duran Duran?
I love Duran Duran. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Duran Duran. Saw them at Isle of Wight and they were really good as well. That was like going back to my childhood. Again, it's because I loved them growing up. They were the first. It's not Rogers, man, isn't it?
It is not Rogers, isn't it? Yeah.
Great, he's a great bass player. But that's another podcast, Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
I love Duran Duran. So my fourth one, I can't stand fucking Lady Gaga. But I think...
I don't hate her.
You don't hate her?
No.
No, she's not quite Marmite.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't.
I love it when she went proper like rock and roll and she ditched all the fucking weird robot fucking costumes and the weird makeup.
Bowie.
I didn't like that Bowie stage.
Well, not even in the county, like.
I suppose I suppose it's I don't think she was. Maybe I don't know. Man. I just thought it's bollocks really. Too much, isn't it? Yeah, I had that with Grace Jones. Like, fucking, that was enough.
Grace Jones, yeah.
But I think like,
man, don't you like some of the classic Grace Jones tunes?
No.
Back to the party. Oh, sorry. You need to get Wayne, man. No, I'm not into that.
But anyway, I think like she recorded the soundtrack to the album "A Star Is Born," which is all very rock and roll film. Yeah. And I think that's when she shines the most, when she's just writing great songs.
Yeah,
and, so one of the songs from that, I love a lot of songs.
She's a bit overproduced.
Yeah, I think that's my issue with her, and I think she often gets swayed in which direction she goes. Instead of being true to just writing songs. And I think she did that on this album. I love Always Remember Us This Way. It's got a special place in my heart anyway, that album, that film, and but other than that, I really don't like Lady Gaga.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you. I don't feel that defensive. I'm not going to get my Catenaccio out, you know what I mean? It's not fucking the Beatles my album.
It's really not. That's a special song to me, that is. Special song for a special lady. So my bonus choice is With or Without You by U2. Now fucking U2 are another band like Pink Floyd, right? I just think, what is it? Why do people...
There's the band that I do love to hate.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Can you explain U2 to me in 2 words? I can't.
Schlong?
Acton, baby. I just don't get it.
About Schlong?
What?
Is there some Freudian thing about Schlong? You know, like some people drive fast cars to sort of like, it's a cliche to sort of...
They are that sort of band, aren't they? They're sort of, you can imagine a record executive...
Sublimation.
Putting it with top down in his convertible playing Mother Streets of no, as he drives through that. And also, do you think they made it so big in America because of the Irish?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's a lot to do with that. Why didn't Oasis break America? Why didn't... Because they went Irish. The big bands in America, funny enough, have all been Irish, or had Irish links, haven't they? In this country.
That's quite interesting.
Up in the Beatles. But then there are Irish links from Liverpool, so...
There is, isn't it? The Smiths is Irish links.
Yeah.
I thought there was Irish links in Oasis.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they didn't anyway. That's maybe because they just didn't bother fucking touring, did they?
That's what one thing U2 did, wasn't it?
They toured. They toured, baby. And they made a few tour DVDs as well to go with it. Line of fucking pockets. I think it's just Bono, isn't it? It's just Bono just comes across as a prick, doesn't he? It's just that.
Would you want to break America?
Would I want to?
Mm.
What in this great band that I'm in? Currently touring around.
We'll take a sort of like.
Would I want to?
Roll
Yeah,
back to the
I actually probably
boathouse.
would. I probably would. There's that bit of me that'd probably go.
Just because the Beatles fan,
Yeah,
part of me would be like, yeah, man,
yeah, the
it's just-
Beatles do it. But it must be so hard to break America. I think you've got to be certain. You've got to appeal to the American sensibility. Even the Beatles, if the Beatles came out now, they probably wouldn't break America.
Yeah,
America's changed, doesn't it? I think.
yeah.
Especially the sort of American radio, college radio, American college radio. It's all, a lot of it now. The country has sort of infiltrated a lot of that American mainstream music, do you not think? Country sound, which is a good thing because it's guitars. It's not fucking, it could be worse.
Oh no, but I hate that modern country sound.
Yeah, Waylon Jennings. Shania Twain. Yeah, me too. Again, it's not Graham, is it? It's not Graham.
Yeah, it's not, is it? It's like all Towns Van Zandt.
Exactly.
It's like
So yeah, that was my.
so
So
that can take you on a dangerous journey. That stuff can.
what? What kind of country music?
Well,
AOR.
Well,
AOR.
even like Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Graham Parsons, and
Neil Young even.
Neil Young as well. There's an influence of Dylan as well, isn't there? And like,
Yeah, but you're only 3 steps away from.
yeah, because you could go, well, let's delve a bit deeper,
Yeah.
and then you start delving a bit deeper, and it gets a bit sort of like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's antagonistic.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go the other way, you're only 3 steps away from Billy Ray Cyrus. Which the only decent thing he's ever done is his daughter.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got our 2 bonus tracks and what? With or Without You by U2 and Don't Mug Yourself by the Streets. How are we going to debate these two, man? I think this might have to be a flip of the coin. I'd go
What's the choice?
With or Without You by U2 and Don't Mug Yourself by the Streets. And do we go on which band we hate the most out of those 2? Because if we did, it'd be U2.
Yeah.
I really hate the Streets.
No, because I don't really hate the Streets.
But which is a better song? And I'd have to go with the Streets.
I
so.
actually do own the original Pirates material or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So what should we go with the Streets? Or is that doing them a disservice? Because then it's saying that we hate them if we put them in.
I think, I don't know.
I think we should put it in. Just so people can click on the video and watch the video.
Yeah.
That bass line.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think if I was to go with the thing I hated the most, it'd be U2.
Yeah, me too.
And then maybe if, like, you think how big that song is. I don't know. Just Don't Mug Yourself, does it hold up against it?
It was a great song, wasn't it? With all that.
Yeah.
Should we toss a coin? Have you got a coin? Coins are like B-sides now. You don't. No one has
I'm
them.
just packing.
People don't have coins in the same way they don't have 45 records.
No, I don't, man.
Yeah. Right. A-side or B-side?
Heads or tails?
Heads or tails? What are we going for? Heads is Streets. Tails. You too. Well, that's probably what we've both gone for anyway. So concludes our scientific. So we have our top 11. So we have our top 11 of songs we love by artists we hate. You can find them all on our YouTube channel. All the videos, just click on them and yeah. I'll be interested to listen to the Evolution by Pearl Jam.
With gritted teeth, he said.
Thanks, Rob, and thanks for listening.
Oh, thanks, Clive, man. Cheers for listening, guys. Thank you.